Hi everyone, welcome to your pick a card reading. This is going to be for the next 7 days. We are doing a pick a card via pick a crystal, and what you see before you are going to be the options. It's going to be option number 1, which is a Selenite, if you can see that. It's got a lovely reflection just there. Option number 2 excuse me, is going to be the Amethyst point. See that just there? And option number 3 is the Pyrite or Fool's Gold. Okay, so I'll just give you a moment to meditate over the crystals and choose which one is calling to you. As always, feel free. As always, feel free to choose 1, 2 or 3 and a combination of the 3 or all of them. It's entirely up to you. You can watch the entire read, whichever you feel called to. Okay, these readings are being recorded in the 3rd week of November, but it is a timeless reading that will last for approximately the next 7 days. So thank you for joining me, and if you are ready to choose your crystal, I will get started with pile number 1. Again, before I do that, pile number 1 is the Selenite, pile number 2 is going to be the Amethyst point, and pile number 3 is the Pyrite, Fool's Gold. Okay, just take these out of view for a moment and start with the Selenite. This one's chatty already. We've got one on the floor, which happens to have been the Tower in reverse. So perhaps if you chose pile number 1, you could have a situation at the moment that's happened recently where the Tower has been quite a prominent figure in your life. The Tower fell. You had to rebuild some foundations in a relationship or a home life, or it could be at work. But this is to tell me, as it's come out in the reverse and it popped out onto the floor, I am guessing that this is in the past for you now. It's just a little reminder that that is actually out of the way. But we'll see what cards come for you to see what other messages you have for the next 7 days. Pile number 1. What messages can we get for pile number 1, please, Spirit? I have just saged all the cards as well and the area, including my device that I am recording on. So the first card we have out is the 3 of Swords. This is quite familiar with a lot of people at the moment. You could have been dealing with a lot of heartache, or you could currently be going through something which involves heartache. This might be to do with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. The next card we've just had out is the Judgment card. Now the Judgment card speaks about, it's a reconciliation card, but it is also saying, you know, making judgment. I need to make a decision on this heartbreak. Do I reconcile with this person who has caused this pain, or do I leave it be? Now the Judgment card is always a card of hope. It is a card to say that maybe there is something that can be salvaged just there. So perhaps you've had a situation that you've been going through, and whether you've been undecided on if you should take a partner back, an ex back. It could be a husband, a wife. It could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and it could be a soulmate relationship. We'll have a look with more cards and see what they bring. But in that Judgment card, it is quite a positive card where the sun is shining on her face, and although it is cold and it's winter and it's snowy, there is plenty of flowers blooming beneath her feet. The divine is bringing them back to life. Now, the next card we have for you, pile number 1, is the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about wisdom. She is the wise truth seeker, but she has the truth within. She is intelligent. She is psychic. She could be a medium. She has the power to both worlds. She has both light and dark aspects, but she is the keeper of secrets. She is all-knowing, and she could very well be a divinator. So she could be a tarot reader. This could be you using your intuition about a situation, and instead of going with your mind, you are following your heart. But this card is here to say that if you are in your intuition right now and something is telling you that it's right or wrong, then you must always trust your inner knowing when it comes to this judgment regarding a recent heartbreak. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, perhaps you have an ex returning, or perhaps you're undecided on whether or not you are returning to an ex. See what more messages we have. Yeah, there's the Tower again. Excuse me. So the Tower has come out again now. This came out earlier when I picked up the cards. Now the Tower talks about situations falling down, tumbling around, and this, if you can see, this tree has been struck by lightning, so sometimes it might feel like your life is all out of control, but I would see this as a good thing. If you've had the heartbreak and the judgment here, this is saying that everything needs to be uprooted now and dealt with. You know, you have to look at the situation, see the bigger picture, and make your foundations anew, okay? Taking your lessons that you have learnt along the way, because if you do that, you will have the power to manifest your dreams and desires. Now the Magician, we've got 4 major arcanas here, pile number 1, and they are all individually coming out. As you can see, I am still shuffling. So you have quite a week of change by the look of this. Good change, I should say. You've got the Magician here in the upright position. That will always speak in your favour. It does mean that you can manifest, or you are manifesting what you've been trying to do. You've probably had a plan in the pipeline for some time, and now is the time to be able to put those plans into action. This Magician can manifest everything or anything he or she desires. Could be dealing with Aquarius or a Scorpio. There's a lot of air sign here. What else do we have for you for pile number 1? The next 7 days. What does this relate to? Who does this relate to? See if we can find out who this might relate to. Who or what in the situation does this relate to for pile number 1? Why do we need to make a judgment call which creates a Tower moment, or has created a Tower moment in the past, which ultimately leads to heartbreak? Perhaps it was a third party situation that needed to be cut out. If this reading is anything to go by, I'd say that is definitely cut out. Gone. 3 of Swords tells me it's far, far, far away in the past. So is there anything else then, please? One more card, Spirit, for pile number 1. That was the Death card trying to get out there. One more card, please, for pile number 1 for the next 7 days. Nope. Well, the Death card tried to come out, and the 10 of Pentacles. They haven't, so I'm not going to force them. I do like these to be genuinely divinely guided messages. There's the card. King of Swords. The King of Swords, again, another air sign. Could be an Aquarius, Libra or Gemini. This talks about head over heart decisions. Perhaps you had to make a head over heart decision to bring down the Tower, to repair this heartache. You've made a judgment call which came from the intuition, and now you can manifest your desires. That's definitely a nicer reading than it could have been. The Tower and the 3 of Swords just there can be a lot of heartache, a lot of sorrow. But this looks to me like you've gone within. You are using your power. There's 2 cards here that say you are a powerful being and you know it. And you are actually using your inner knowing now to create the future that you want to create. Perhaps you've had to make a head over heart decision. Perhaps somebody else made this head over heart decision in the past regarding a reconciliation. Because at the bottom of the deck we do have the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups, as we all know, talks about a soulmate relationship. It can be just somebody from the past reminiscing. You could be thinking of old times gone by, moments that you shared with somebody. Obviously, it could be somebody from your childhood. It doesn't have to be a physical or an emotional relationship. It could be a friendship. It could also be family. But this looks to me like this was an emotional relationship, an emotional connection with someone that's been in your life for quite some time. And there's been a judgment call made. I'm not sure on that, but I will see what energy messages we can get for you, pile number 1. Selenite crystal. Are there any more messages from the energy deck? Please, Spirit, for those who chose pile number 1. Thank you. The World. Card 29. The world talks about completion, cycles ending, wanting to have the world, offer the world. And we have contract. So again, this here could be to do with a legal contract, but this is going to go in your favour. It could also do with a soul contract. The contract card talks about it is exactly like the justice card, where the scales are becoming balanced. This guy has got, or this lady actually has got a blindfold, so not being able to see maybe the wood for the trees with a situation regarding a contract. And perhaps it's been to change the world that you live in or they live in. But this is a completed cycle now, where you can manifest what it is that you truly want to manifest. I'll see if there is a Wisdom of the Oracle card for you, pile number 1. And of course, if you are enjoying this reading, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, always remember to click the bell so you get a notification when there is another reading available. So the first card we have from the Oracle is why. Perhaps you've been asking, why have you had to go through this heartache? Why have you had to feel like, you know, perhaps you've felt like you've needed time for a nap and perhaps you haven't had any. So the Oracle cards are saying maybe to get the answers of that. They are both very sandy orange cards. This could be a clue to you to perhaps work on the chakra, the sacral chakra, the orange colour. Okay, you can use colour therapy for that, and you can meditate, and you can use certain crystals. There is citrine crystal, which will help with the sacral chakra. Okay, but if you have been asking why, perhaps if you meditate for a little while, you will get the answers that you are looking for. Regarding the contract that has now come to an end, it is certainly being renewed. There's a regeneration somewhere with the Judgment card. This will affect the cycle that you've been through, that you are coming out the other end regarding a soulmate connection, I would say. Do we have, I was going to say, do we have an angel card for you? But we have to actually have 4. So at the bottom of there we have, it is safe for you to love. The first card out from the angels is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So perhaps you've had a dealing with your family, your in-laws, or perhaps they have, and they've been having to go away and deal with that, because this next card is forgiving and learning. So somebody's had a epiphany when it comes to family relationships and issues, perhaps to do with children or parents. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And perhaps if you go ahead and take some time out for yourself for this meditation, you will understand that this is why you've had these problems, because these situations have needed to heal before you can complete the cycle. Okay, and move forward. The next card we have is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Take a nap. Go meditate. Because this could be the one, whoever you might be inquiring about. Always go with your instinct. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So that was your reading, number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me and being with me today. And again, if you enjoyed that reading, remember to subscribe and hit the notification button below. Until next time, bye-bye. Okay, so we're just shuffling the angel cards back in. Moving on to pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, this is going to be the reading for the Amethyst point. Let's see what messages we can get for you for this month. Something that might be coming towards you that you're not already aware of, or perhaps it is a situation you're aware of and it's just guidance regarding that situation. Please do remember that these readings are general and they may or may not resonate for you. These are also timeless, so it doesn't matter at what date or time you view this reading, it will resonate or should resonate for the next 7 days. Please take what resonates for you and leave the rest. With all that said, thank you for joining me and for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. So without further ado, I'm going to get into reading number 2. I'm going to use the Witch's deck for this. Okay. Hi guys. Thank you for joining me. This is for pile number 2. If you chose the Amethyst Point crystal, this is going to be your reading for the next 7 days. This reading is timeless and it is general, so it may or may not resonate for you. If you have just followed me through the first reading to this one, and you've heard the spiel already, I do apologise, but I do timestamp the videos in case somebody or everybody likes to skip ahead to the chosen pile. Okay, so pile number 2, Amethyst Point. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what messages I have for you for the next 7 days. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I am so very grateful to you, and I am so very grateful that I can resonate with you and help guide you throughout your weeks. Again, do always remember, tarot is only a guidance, and it is just a sneak peek into what might be happening in your life at this moment that you don't know about, so that you can have some snippets and insights into how to deal with situations that may arise for you. Okay, so pile number 2, Amethyst Point. What messages do we have for you for the next 7 days? You have your first card, and that is the Strength card. Are you a Leo? Could you be dealing with a Leo? The Strength card talks about taming the beast, something that's been a very difficult situation to deal with, and you've had to, you know, let's say, put in all your might to overcome and fight the demons and traumas that have been coming your way. Or this could be somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, we have quite a few jumpers just there. The next card we have out is the Chariot. Could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Leo. The next card we have is the Hierophant. Could be a Taurus. These are all major arcanas. This is pile number 2, Amethyst Point. When you have a lot of major arcanas, that means it's quite a decision to be made, or something that will be happening that is of importance in this reading. The 2 of Wands is your next card out. That could be an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. The next card after that is the 9 of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. A lot of fire here. The next card we have is the 8 of Swords in reverse. Could be Gemini, Aquarius or Libra. And finally, we have the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card talks about regeneration, revisiting, perhaps a relationship, perhaps you've had a marriage. So we'll break this down. The Strength card, going within and fighting your demons, perhaps addictions, perhaps there's been conflict with people around you and you've needed all your strength to get through it. Perhaps it's been a financial situation that's called on you to have your strength. It could be to do with a relationship. Whatever it is, it says that you are now conquering this. You have your strength, you are in your power, and you are moving forward. Gallantly, this is quite a fast-paced card. The Chariot card talks about moving things forward. You are in control. You have the horse or the bulls by the reins. This one is up in the clouds, taking a shortcut. We don't mess with traffic here. We've had enough of this situation and we are out of here. You see that? Gone. Where are you going? Where are you headed? Are you headed to something of a long-term commitment? Could you be heading towards a marriage? Could it involve a marriage? Are you married, or could the person you're dealing with be married? The Chariot says you're moving into something that could be seen as a solid, stable, committed relationship. Could also be dealing with somebody that's higher up in the, well, you say the hierarchy. I mean, it could be somebody in the police force. It could be a judge. It could be somebody in a solicitor's or a lawyer position. A CEO, a director, a clergyman. But this also then takes us to the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is making a decision, standing at a crossroads, not making a decision, because this is making you or somebody else feel like you're on your last stand. Haven't you had to defend yourself and get through all this? You've fought the war, but you haven't quite won it yet. This is the 9 of Wands. It talks about having a lot of grit. Again, you'd need a lot of grit if you've been trying to make a decision that's, encouraged you with your strength. You've encouraged yourself to move forward, because you have definitely pulled yourself here out of the Eight of Swords. Or perhaps you've been inquiring about somebody, wanted to know what's happening with a person. Maybe they've been all tied up in their own metal cage of mental bondage. This is staying up at night. It's almost the Nine of Swords, where your anxiety kicks in and you can't sleep. This in the upright is blindfolded and standing behind a load of swords that are not penning anyone in. But this person in this card fully believes that they are stuck. However, this is in the reverse. There is no one stuck here anymore. This is fast movement forward. The Chariot, the Eight of Swords in reverse, getting out of the mental prison. Why? Because somebody is making a judgment call. Perhaps on a destined relationship. Perhaps you are choosing to go back to somebody, or somebody is going to come towards you. This is your reading for the next 7 days. So let's see what the energies surrounding this are. Again, as these are general, I can't really call on this if it's a personal love relationship or a work relationship, home life, family life. Perhaps the angels and the oracles and the energy deck can give us some more insight as to what the Amethyst's reading is for the next 7 days. Anxiety, yes, there's been anxiety. Of course there has, regarding a marriage, a commitment, a long-term relationship perhaps. Perhaps somebody that is a Leo, a Capricorn, or Taurian. You or somebody else has been dealing with a great deal of anxiety. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I don't think that anxiety will be there for much longer. I think this is certainly coming out of that bondage. Can we have another energy card, please, for reading number 2, the Amethyst crystal? What is the energy for this reading, please, for the next 7 days? There's one. Patience. So, if you have patience for the next 7 days, everything that you have been traumatizing over will wash over. I think it will be done within 7, maybe to 10 days. If this is resonating for you, just hold your patience, take some deep breaths, and the wisdom of the oracle has just chucked out half the deck for you. You've got to be flexible. Whatever this situation is regarding, you must be flexible. You must be flexible because it is time to go. It's definitely time to make a decision. You need to make a judgment call to do with a situation that has been going on for a long time. If you are in your feminine energy, if you are balancing out that yin energy, this is saying correct. Keep doing that. Serendipity can be yours. You just need to have patience. Why? Because there's a new life. Of course there is. We've got the Hierophant, the Karma card, the Chariot, and of course the Strength card. It's taken a lot of strength to get through this, but you know, in order to get the right situation for this relationship or partnership or situationship, this has to have been done by the book, so it can become a serendipitous new life. You can have this movement forward. There is a lot of movement forward in your cards pile number 2. Why? Because you can co-create. Co-create with the person that you are inquiring about. Perhaps at the moment you or they have felt like they have been orphaned from this situation because somebody has been tying themselves in knots. But this tying in knots is done with. It's upside down. Why? Because somebody has chosen to be fair. To be fair in a situation in the here and now. Okay, so this is saying to be present and patient. Okay, remove the anxiety. This is going to turn out just fine. I've got 1 card or 2 cards from the angels for you, pile number 2, for the next 7 days. I hope this reading is resonating for you. Very nice. So we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Of course it is. It will cause anxiety when you know you have to co-create and do everything by the book to have a new life with somebody. And a new life always, you know, it involves a lot of change. And it can create anxiety. But, as always, you need to be patient because everything has a divine timing. At the bottom of the deck there, you have the wedding card. The first one out is the engagement, and the next one after that is retreat. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You have, it's time to disconnect from the world. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, And this situation involves marriage, the Hierophant, the engagement card, the Strength, the Karma, the Chariot, and of course, the here and now, co-create new life brings about a long-term partner for somebody who is watching pile number 2. How lovely. Thank you very much for watching me. So that was your reading, pile number 2, those of you who chose the amethyst crystal. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it resonated for you. It seems to me like you've got a lot of good news coming. You just need to be a little bit patient about it and you know you will make the right decision. Somebody might have felt left out in the past and it's caused a lot of anxiety, but you've been working on yourself, or they've been working on themselves. You're definitely taking this steaming, charging movement forward to bring a new life. And of course, with the serendipity card just there, this can be the life that you have been wishing for. Just be patient, take some deep breaths, go outside if you need to. And of course, come back and I'd like an invitation to the wedding. Thanks very much. Until next time, pile 2. Thanks for watching. Okay, so if any of you are still with me, of course I do shuffle the cards back in before I go ahead and move on to the next pile. Perhaps pile number 3 has had some work on the throat chakra. I keep needing to clear my throat. So I do apologise. I do have an earpiece in which is right beside my throat. And if you keep hearing it quite loudly, I can only say I'm sorry for that. So this next reading is going to be for people who chose pile number 3 or the Pyrite crystal, Fool's Gold. Is it really fool's gold? Or is it gold? Don't mind me. So again, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate your views, likes and subscribes. And I'm very grateful to be able to help you with a little bit of guidance along your journey. So those of you who chose pile number 3, the beautiful Pyrite crystal, otherwise known as Fool's Gold. Look at that, it's so pretty. This is your reading for the next 7 days. Now, if you've noticed, if you've watched all the readings, I have used a different deck for each reading. So we're not mixing any energies together. Let's see what messages we have for those of you who chose pile number 3. And again, thank you for being here. Could you be an earth sign, pile number 3? The first card we have for you is the Queen of Pentacles. She's come out in this position. So I don't know if she's upside down or right way up. I am sitting sideways, so that would be right way up to me. I'm going to pop her back in and see if she's got a lot to say. She'll pop herself back out again in a moment. So pile number 3, you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn. Or you could have those signs in your chart somewhere. What messages do we have for pile number 3 then, please, Spirit, for those viewers who chose the Pyrite crystal? What messages and insights can we give pile number 3, please? You might have had a stubborn situation you've been dealing with lately. Have you been digging your heels in about something, pile number 3? Now the first card you have is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands talks about a fiery, passionate new beginning. This is a gift from the gods. This is something that you are quite endeared or enamoured about. This is something that you want to do. It's also a situation that could involve the male phallic. Obviously, the wands are a sign of a sexual contact of some nature. You could be starting out on a new relationship with someone, been wondering about doing so. Excuse me. I think you need to work on your throat chakra. I'm getting quite cloggy while I've been getting ready for pile number 3. But the Ace of Wands could be an Aries, a Leo or a Sagittarius. This could be you or somebody else, but this talks about a passionate new beginning. The next two cards we have, which have fallen together, is the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So perhaps those who chose pile number 3 have been dealing with somebody who has been wanting to offer their love to you, or you have been wanting to offer your love to them. The King of Cups is an emotionally mature man. He is a trustworthy man. Sometimes he's not the most stable when it comes to his emotions, but he definitely wants to make an offer. There is the Knight of Pentacles just there, which is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So have you been wondering on whether or not you are going to get this offer? There is an Ace of Pentacles, could be an earth sign again, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn. I've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. So this person here is somebody, or you are dealing with somebody from the past here. Okay, or someone from your past is wanting to come towards you with a passionate new beginning, which is quite solid and stable. I'm saying that because that the page, why did I say the page? The Knight of Pentacles right here has got a rather large coin in his hand, and this is also denoting to the Ace of Pentacles. When he arrives, you are going to get a solid, stable offer from this gentleman or this woman. It could be a female you're dealing with, but it is definitely somebody that you've dealt with in the past, that you've walked away from, or they walked away from you. If you have walked away from them in the past, please use your discernment again. Obviously, if they come towards you now. I think I dropped that card, so I'll put that one back in, but it was the 2 of Pentacles. So pile number 3, it looks like you have a loving, committed offer coming towards you. There is definitely something to do with finances. Perhaps you are having a new beginning in your finances. Have you started a new job, a new business, a new venture? Does it involve property? Or could this be a twin flame reading? This is the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is a stable home. This is a happy home. This is the one that talks about business and opportunities and investments and, you know, sticking your stake in the ground, claiming what's rightfully yours. 4 of Wands talks about passion. It is the twin flame card. Are you dealing with somebody that could be your divine masculine or divine feminine? I feel like I want to take some more cards for you, pile 3. I normally do 6. But I think I need some more tarot for this one. There's another one. So are you a Virgo? Do you have Virgo in your chart? Does this person have Virgo in their chart? We have earth, fire, water. There isn't any air on this actual page here. We've got the Hermit going within, taking a long time out, taking some time to meditate and listen for the answers from the divine. The divine is offering 2 aces, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. What a beautiful offer you're about to receive, pile number 3. Again, this should resonate for the next 7 days. So do let me know in the comments below if this resonates for you, what actually this offer is. It's passionate, it's solid, it's stable. It's to do with a decision, the 2 of Wands. And what did I say about sticking your stake in the ground? This is a decision made in this card. Instead of standing at a crossroads and looking out and choosing a decision, this is a decision that's been made. There are vines growing up that this beanstalk. It's something that has had the roots set down for quite some time, and perhaps has created quite a pivotal moment. The Tower card. Somebody's had a Tower moment which has forced them to come around and make this decision to bring in these 2 aces. Solid, passionate start with a King of Cups. Do you know a King of Cups? Are you the King of Cups? There's only one actual court card here which represents a person. The Hermit is neither male nor female to represent. It is just simply symbolic of meditation, going within, and very much a Virgo attitude of shutting people out and taking time out and needing to think about things. And the Scorpio just here coming in with the lightning strike. Oh, that says envy at the bottom there, but it also threw out quite a few cards. So maybe whatever is coming your way, pile number 3, people are going to be quite envious. What are the energies for pile number 3, please, for the next 7 days? What extra information can we get for pile number 3 regarding the King of Cups, the Tower moment, Hermit, and these solid, stable offers? Raising finance, perhaps. New beginning. Door to spirit, attachment, and angel of love. So you are opening the door to spirit. Perhaps you have been meditating, as it says here with the Hermit, going within and getting your connection to the divine quite strong. Perhaps you've been quite attached to this, wanting to be able to open your third eye and not realizing that actually all you need to do is go within to your heart space. Don't try so hard, whether it's a relationship or your relationship with spirit. You must go within, take time, not expect anything, and feel that love in your heart chakra. Okay, don't have any attachment to anything. An outcome will always be different to how you expect it to be anyway. That's just life. Okay, yeah, there's one of these wisdom cards already, is round and round. So you have definitely dealt with this person before. Round and round says you are going round and round in a cycle that has brought the tower down. Perhaps that is because of the attachment and trying to force some kind of connection that you don't need to force. If you stay within this Hermit energy, you will most certainly be able to hear the guidance. And if you need help on that, follow your feelings. Your feelings is your inner intuition. It is your guidance. Your feelings, if something feels bad, it isn't good for you. If it feels good or a little bit exciting, then, you know, go right ahead. Again, you've got why as well. So you've been going round and round and asking why, and perhaps because you've been attached to a certain outcome regarding somebody that you have been dealing with that wants to make these offers to you. Now, these offers, wherever they are coming from, whether it's from the King of Cups or not, or you could be the King of Cups, these offers are both. There's 2 aces here. You've got a really good beginning starting. And if you feel you need to go within and take time to do this, you know, make the decision, by all means do that. Don't stay there too long. You've got something quite exciting coming for you, pile number 3. Ace of Pentacles with an Ace of Wands is a passionate beginning that could well bring a very well-deserved and welcome boost in your finances. So here we have, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. That is where the attachment comes in. And children. Your love life is being affected by children. So perhaps you've been taking a long time to decide something, and that's what's brought the tower down because of this attachment. You've been perhaps looking for red flags where maybe there wasn't as many as you expected. This doesn't look like a bad reading to me at all. So pay attention to the red flags, I think, is why you're saying why, because you're attached to something, and that just keeps you going round and round. If you get stuck in the hermit mode, you're not going to move forward, but you can most certainly move forward here. You've got 2 aces. I'll give you one more angel card for pile number 3. Last angel card, please. Thank you. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept help from others. Of course, go out and enjoy yourself. Whatever attachment you have to any outcome, let it go. Always pay attention to red flags, but don't overanalyze anything. The Virgo hermit situation that you've been going through is brilliant. It's perfect. It does open you up to the divine and allows you to follow your intuition better, but it can get you stuck sometimes and asking these questions too much when you know the answer. The answer's to retreat, go out and enjoy yourself with your friends, and have a great week. Accept these offers that are coming towards you. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. A passionate beginning regarding finances. And perhaps home life. 4 of Wands, I love that card. Okay, so that's you anyway, pile 3. Thank you very much for watching me and joining me again. I do appreciate all your views. And if I resonated with you this time and you'd like to book a personal reading, please check out the description box below. And again, as always, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.